Grandmaster Ronald Stone, and I'd like to thank you for joining us for another Hapkido Thought for the Day podcast. I was conversing with a Hapkido instructor a while back, and we were talking about black belt promotions and all, and he made the comment proudly that only 1 in 100,000 students get to receive a black belt. And wasn't that an amazing statistic? And I, in turn, mentioned that to my grandmaster, and the two of us concurred that, no, that's a sucky statistic. What it means is that as instructors of the martial arts, we're failing 99,999. And those are terrible statistics. We're just doing something wrong. Right about the same time, we were remembering a student that I had a long time ago, and this particular student wasn't doing things well, wasn't following the instructions, and just simple details. And I said, look, either do this right, or, will be consequences. He said, no, I tried it again. I did it intentionally wrong, in my opinion. And I said, okay, that's it. Drop and give me 50. And he looked at me and go, hell no, that's not what I'm paying for. And, I was just flabbergasted, because back in the day when I started training in 1970, there was no way in hell that you would even think that or talk to an instructor that way. So again, I talked to my grandmaster, and he said, look, what you have to understand is that those instructors who taught you back in the day had all learned their martial arts in the military. Most of them, almost all of them. That was the 1950s and 60s. These were people that came out of Okinawa, people that came out of Japan, people that came out of China, and usually they were learning either on base or off base as part of a military organization. When you're in the military and your sergeant or lieutenant or whoever's higher rank says to you, drop and give me 50, there's no thought about it. You do it. And the other thing to consider, and this was pointed out to me by my instructor who had many, many years in the military, was that the people in the military martial arts classes had to be there. It wasn't a matter of, how about this, how about I pay you, and then you show me how to do this. Their mentality was, yeah, I'm here because I'm in the Army, and I have to follow orders, and that they tell me to drop and give them 50, I will. Well, the truth of the matter is, nowadays, we have to treat our students a lot differently. The other thing to consider is, when we were learning back in the day, people technically across the board in our country were in much better shape physically, much better physical fitness than they are today. I mean, obesity is a national epidemic right now. Sitting on the sofa and watching TV is most of the exercise people get nowadays. I mean, I don't even remember, taking rides to school unless I lived very far away and it was a school bus. Most of the time we walked to school. Nowadays everybody's driven and dropped off, and so there's just not the same level of physical fitness, and the mentality is not, I have to do this because I'm ordered to do it. It's I am paying, I'm here because I want to, my parents are taking me because they want to, they like it, they enjoy it, and we as instructors have to a certain extent understand that and cater to that. We can't order people around, and if we do, then yeah, you'll lose 99,999 students for every one that you keep in your school up to black belt level. And if you're martial arts instructor, there's not a lot of pride you can take in that. And if you're a martial arts professional making a living at the martial arts, it's hard to see the bottom line economically. And so we have to understand the history of it, understand where it came from, and we have to adapt rather, and adapt and adopt a different mentality when it comes to instruction. Well, thank you for the listening to these ramblings. Hope you join us for another Thought for the Day podcast.